Madame Ngozi sat quietly in her small provision store, surrounded by shelves of household items. Yet her mind was far away, weighed down by worries. She was so lost in thought that she did not notice when Mr. and Mrs. Davis, her regular customers, walked in. Only when Mrs. Davis tapped her gently on the shoulder did she startle, sigh, and quickly apologize. The couple picked up a trolley and began selecting their goods, while Ngozi forced herself to remain
Suddenly,
calm. The door opened and her second son, John, staggered in. His clothes were untidy, his steps unsteady, and his whole appearance bore the marks of a young man lost to drugs. Without greeting anyone, he slumped on a chair and demanded 50,000 naira from his mother. Ngozi's heart sank as she raised her voice in frustration, reminding him that she had only given him 70,000 just 3 days ago, and asking if he intended to drain her business. John stood up, came closer, and whispered words that cut deep into her soul. He told her she had no choice but to satisfy his needs, claiming that since his brother was in school, while he chose to learn a trade, he was the cheaper option. These words pierced through Ngozi's heart, and she realized that other customers, including the Davises, had heard. Embarrassed and shaken, she dismissed John with instructions to return in the evening. He walked away, leaving her eyes red with unshed tears. Struggling to hold herself together, she finished attending to Mr. and Mrs. Davis at the counter. After payment, Mrs. Davis leaned closer and asked gently about the young man. Mrs. Davis listened with compassion and said at this stage, it might not be easy to counsel him, since his heart seemed hardened, but there was still hope. She explained that heartfelt prayer to Almighty God through Jesus Christ could do what human counsel could not. She reminded Ngozi of Matthew 19:13-15, where Jesus said, "Let the little children come to me," and encouraged her to take her son to God in prayer. She further introduced Ngozi to a resourceful book titled Practical Guide to Pray for Your Child by Pastor Esther Niniowo, a manual that provides parents with prayer points to commit their children to God. She assured her the book could be found online through Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube, and encouraged her to meditate on it and pray fervently, for God was able to bring joy to troubled parents. For the first time that day, a glimmer of hope returned to Ngozi's face. She smiled faintly, held Mrs. Davis's hand, and thanked her sincerely, comforted that there was still a path to redemption for her son. If you would like to get this book and start your own journey of prayer, kindly click the link in the description below to buy your copy today.